Alright guys, in today's video I have a 2012 Chevy Cruze 1.4 liter RS and customer complaint, check engine on with intermittent stalling. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to come over to scan tool, we're going to scan for codes, and we're going to see what we have. Using the Modus for this one today. I'm going to come to engine, 6-speed automatic, codes menu, display codes, DTC display, and we have a p0171 and a p0443. More than likely both of them are related, but let's verify the p0171. The way that we're going to do that is we're going to come over to our fuel trim. I can back up, data display. We're going to come down to our fuel trim data, collecting data, and we're going to start it up. Now, short-term fuel trim, average 0%. Short-term fuel trim, ooh, there we go. Alright, so we're at 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. So as you can see, it's pretty erratic on my short-term. Long term is at 31%. So we do have a lean condition. But we also have a purge code. Now, we're going to go up and we're going to verify to see if the purge solenoid is actually working. Well, we're going to check the control first, because if the 443 was actually a control code. So if we have control at the solenoid coming from the PCM, then we're going to go straight to the solenoid and we're going to see what it gives. Alright, so here I am plugged into my 12-volt feed, well, my battery feed, and as you can see I got battery voltage, so that's perfect. And now we're going to plug into our control, and as you can see, I have control. So the only other thing to check is the valve itself, and the way that we are going to be doing that. Now this might address the p0171 code. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug this guy, and at the same time I am going to take and I am going to disconnect this guy. Now, on this side of your purge valve, you should never have vacuum unless it is being activated. Now, this system is done by a pulse width modulation, or PWM. So, when it's plugged in, you should always have a little bit of vacuum. But I don't know if you guys can hear it. I'm got vacuum on that side. And now I just gotta look for my gauges. Where did they go? Ah, here we go. Vacuum pump. And vacuum gauge. So we're going to take this guy and we're going to plug him over here. Now remember, this guy's unplugged. He should not have any vacuum whatsoever onto him. Okay? And as you can see, I have vacuum. So, right off the bat, my purge valve is not working properly. It's constantly getting vacuum from the intake, and it's being transferred on this side down to my charcoal canister, which is then plugged up to my gas tank, which if your vent valve is open, well, you're going to be constantly sucking in air, and if your vent valve is closed, well, it's not going to do anything. But regardless, purge valve is effective, and that's probably why we were seeing a 34% fuel trim on the long term. So what we're going to do now is replace this valve, and then we're going to recheck the data afterwards to see if we got a fix. Alright guys, so I have the valve replaced. I should have maybe showed you guys the way that I replace these guys, because from the dealer they're like $100 and some or $200 something around there, and You can actually just order in a valve at like 50 bucks, and then you guys can crimp it like this on this end, and it's going to work perfectly fine. But what we're going to do, we're going to start the car. All right. And we're going to take the trusty vacuum gauge, which is right here. We're going to plug him on like this. And as you can see, no vacuum, which is what we're supposed to have. Now we're going to come back over. Sorry, I had to put you guys down for a minute. Now we're coming back over to this side. Okay, I actually took the old PCV valve, purge valve, and I actually put them on to my vacuum gauge. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to blow into the side that connects to the intake. And you guys are going to see that this guy is going to move. And it doesn't matter if I take and I change it over. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to change sides now. And now I'm going to blow onto the side that goes to your canister. That should never happen. So that's a really good indication that your purge valve is actually shot. So now what we're going to do is we are going to replug this guy onto here. Because I'm not going to say the company that this valve comes from, but Gualle with wings, if anybody wants to know. And we're going to take him, we're going to plug him up. And already, looking a lot better, but we're going to have to go in and clear our codes too. So we're going to go home, scanner. This is the only thing I don't like about the Modus, it doesn't save, but, or maybe it does and I'm just not using it properly. And we're going to go back to engine, we're going to go 6-speed. And we're going to go clear codes. Actually, no. Let's go on and codes menu. Display codes. You see display. And the same codes are there. Now we're going to back up. We're going to go to clear codes. And we're going to go yes. Yeah, it's off. Don't worry about it. And check engine is now off, which is what I want to see. And now we're going to go data display. We're going to go back down to our fuel trim, and we're going to see if we can get our fuel trim to correct itself. It might take a little bit of time, but... And already, -2, 4, 6, 8. I'm going to cycle the ignition, just to make sure. Turn off our lights. It'll turn back on, but we're gonna go and restart the car. Long-term fuel trim at 16. -4, -7, -8, -9, -10, 12, 14, -7, -14. I like those numbers. Oh, you guys can't even see those numbers. Sorry about that. There you go. Compared to the numbers that I had a while ago, I'll put a screenshot of those numbers in this video for you guys. And as you can see, it's correcting itself. So that's pretty much at 0, so I would consider this a fix, and it's just going to keep on correcting itself. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.